hours away, both Democrats and Republicans are making last-minute efforts to get voters to the polls. Amy Reed tagged along with both parties today as they worked for the votes that could make all the difference on Tuesday.
There's only one full day separating us from Election Day, and last week's polls still showed a tight race. The volunteers I spoke with today are hoping to change that. It might not have been the most ideal circumstances. But then again,
rainy day, people should be home.
The polls for either party
Hi, how are you?
Aren't exactly ideal either, with the latest Marquette Law poll showing Governor Scott Walker and Tony Evers tied going into the final stretch.
Maybe the last chance as a lifelong resident of this state to turn it around. And that's worth getting a little wet for on a Sunday.
It's enough to bring out Benjamin Olnick Brown, a grad student turned volunteer.
You guys voting on Tuesday?
Yes, we are.
Awesome.
He's pushing to get more Democrat voters.
All right, we are finally here, I think.
Hoping face-to-face contact is enough to get them to the voting booth on Tuesday.
Our job is to have conversations with people that help them identify what's important in their lives that's on the ballot on Tuesday, whether that's their health care or their schools or the environment. So if people aren't already fired up to vote, it's helping them trying to have a conversation that helps them identify that and make a plan to get out there and bring a few of their friends on Tuesday.
Hi, this is Alicia from the Republican Party of Wisconsin, just calling you to remind you that Tuesday is an election day and that we need your help to continue moving Wisconsin forward.
Alicia Gunther wants almost the same thing, except she's hoping the votes go red.
Especially with such a tight midterm, it's extremely important that we're making contact with voters to make sure that they know about everything that Scott Walker and Leah Vukmir has done for Wisconsin. And by doing that, we're able to hopefully convince them to come to the polls and support us on Tuesday.
Her and her colleagues with UW's college Republicans will stay as long as it takes.
Me too. Bye.
A tight race means every phone call, every knock on the door could mean the difference.
It's extremely important that people get out to the polls on Tuesday because it is such a close race.
And that will keep people on both sides of the aisle busy, no matter the hours and no matter the weather.
I don't mind the rain. It's the big puddles on the ground.
Both sides had people making calls and were out in the rain. They said Tuesday's weather will likely be similar, so helping people plan in that weather actually works out for the best. Amy Reed, WISC News 3.
The gubernatorial race is not the only close one. That same poll showed only 2 points between Brad Schimmel and Josh Kaul in the Attorney General race and 11 points between Senator Tammy Baldwin and Leah Vukmir in the Senate race. Along with supporters, the candidates